Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
It is 731.21. No, wait, now it's 2.5.
Oh?
It's 31.27.
Oh, wow. It continues to, boy, the time just never stops, does it? It just like keeps moving.
That's right, Brent. It moves along and time passes by quickly, and so we only have so much time on this earth together as friends and good buddies and neighbors, co-hosts and good friends and brothers and sons all in one. So,
Amen.
So we must treat one another nicely.
Yes. Take advantage of every minute.
Every second of
Yes.
every day.
You got it.
Must be Friday.
Apparently. Has it been a long week for anybody besides me?
I was just going to ask you the same
Yesterday,
thing.
I don't know if other people had this problem. I'm serious. Yesterday, I'm surprised I'm here because yesterday, it was in my head all day that it was Friday yesterday.
You were hoping.
I guess, but
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it was. I'm just, oh man, I got home and I'm thinking, oh, thank goodness this was Friday. I got the weekend. Well, no, wait a minute, it was Thursday yesterday. But today is Friday.
It is, and if you're having that same problem, then you were probably laying in bed this morning going, well, do I have to get up, or I'd really like to stay here, but it's not Friday yet. So, excuse me, the frogs are moving in. Let's talk ducks then instead of frogs.
Ducks? Okay, I like ducks.
You ever heard you got a duck in your throat?
No.
Did you ever have kids around you when you were in school out there, you listeners, that imitated Donald Duck?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a friend of mine in college who did an amazing Donald Duck impersonation.
Yeah. I did one when I was a kid, and a lot of people would put air in their cheeks and do it that way. I did it down in the throat, and I got pretty good at it, and I think I drove my dad nuts.
Yeah.
You know, you can only do something like that in a car for so long before you're told not to be a duck anymore.
Yeah. The first few minutes of it is funny.
Yeah.
And then once you're on once you've been doing it for a straight hour, it can get a little old.
Yes, if you're on the receiving end of Donald Duck, it's not that much fun.
Very good point.
But it is Donald Duck Day.
It is.
Yes.
All right.
88th anniversary, yeah.
Happy birthday, Donald Duck.
88th anniversary of Donald Duck. The character made his first appearance in an animated short film called The Wise Hen on June 9th, 1934, and people have been pinching their cheeks ever since then to sound like Donald Duck. Interesting fact, during World War II, Donald Duck starred in a bunch of anti-Nazi propaganda films that would probably be canceled today, but they used Donald Duck to fight the Nazis.
So would Donald Duck be considered the most famous duck? Is there a duck that would be more famous than Donald?
Daffy's pretty popular.
Daffy the Duck, yes. Or Daffy Duck.
Daffy
Duck. Is it Daffy the Duck or Daffy Duck?
Daffy Duck.
Okay.
Bad attitude. Daffy has a kind of bad attitude.
Oh, boy. Daffy and Bugs Bunny would get into it.
Yeah.
No question. That'd be a great question. Who's your favorite duck? Daffy Duck or Donald Duck?
I would think Donald would be a top
Think
of the
Donald
list.
would win?
Yeah.
How about Howard the Duck?
Well, I think still Donald.
Okay.
I'm going to vote for Donald on
All
that. Yeah. It's also Bill and Ted Day.
Oh, right on. Excellent.
Yeah.
Party on.
The Excellent Adventure. Remember the scene when Bill and Ted were visited by future versions of themselves?
Kinda, yeah.
And they ask what number they're thinking of, and the guys say 69, June 969.
Yes. Oh, so that's why it's Bill and Ted Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a film clip, but I don't have it pulled up here. It wasn't very long, but that's what they said.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. First one came out when I was in high school, I think.
Yeah.
Does it say when?
89.
For 89. The year I graduated high school.
Cult comedy, 1989. That's right.
George Carlin was in that.
He was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think he was the one that took him around, if I remember right.
Yeah, he took him around, all right.
Yeah.
So those are some hard facts. One more. 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park.
You know, there have been a lot of sequels to Jurassic Park. Just my own opinion, not even one of them came close to the original.
I think that's
the
true.
original was great.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
It premiered in theaters 30 years ago today, and Jeff Goldblum starred in it, and some other stars
Sam
at
Neill.
the time. Yeah,
Laura Dern.
all the films are based on a original book about the story.
Michael Crichton.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And 30 years ago today, it opened in the movie theaters. Tomorrow, by the way, is National Marriage Day. Very important day. So remember that tomorrow. If you're already hitched, you might consider renewing your vows.
Oh.
And if you're getting married, make plans, and hopefully somebody's going to pay for it. Marriage is expensive anymore. It's just like everything else these days. Proms and weddings and those sorts of things, they go all out anymore. I mean,
yeah.
You used to just go up to the judge and get hitched.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe take a vacation afterwards, take a honeymoon trip, or, maybe a small wedding with family. And they don't do that much anymore. Big performances.
Yes.
Lots and lots of dresses and tuxes and cake and treats and food and expenses.
Yes. It does add up.
Marriage has been a thing since around 2300 BC.
Oh.
Studies show couples who get married between the ages of 28 and 32 are far more likely to stay together longer than the ones who get married earlier or later in life.
Oh.
So that's your window of success, 28 to 32.
Okay. Well, thanks. You know how I love studies.
Yeah. And let's see here. Well, I don't want to read that. That's about making whoopee. That's not a breakfast show subject.
Yeah. That's gotten Dave and I into trouble before. We don't always pre-read things once we start down the road.
I read part of it. I just didn't read the very last line, which was a study about marital activity and from beginning to end, which I think most of us know how that works. 7:39.
Well, I can't wait to hear how we segue out of that and go to something else.
I don't really know.
What are we going to talk about now?
I'd like to talk about garage sales.
Okay.
Happily married
Let's do
couples
that.
who go to garage sales.
Yeah, it's fun time. You bet.
Or maybe it goes like this. Honey, I'd like to go to the garage sales. And the spouse, whether it be the wife or the husband, who doesn't care for garage sales, says something like, well, sweetie, you just go ahead and I'll clean the garage.
Ah, there you go.
Go fishing.
Yeah.
Because today's a big day to announce activities tomorrow in Callaway. This is our final day to be able to promote here on The Breakfast Show. The Callaway Community-Wide Garage Sales. Been going on for 35 years, longer than a lot of marriages.
Yeah, probably true.
Each year they bring hundreds of people to Callaway, and folks come from all over Custer County as well as Logan, Blaine, Dawson, Lincoln, and Buffalo County, and it's a fun day for everyone. They're going to have this now, rain or shine, tomorrow, because a lot of them will just be ready to move into a garage and into a structure. So if the weather's rainy, don't worry about it. They'll have the garage sales. There's something like 30 families in 23 different locations inside Callaway and out in the country nearby Callaway. It's garage sale heaven in Callaway tomorrow. Fun, food, great buys, treasures, and bargains galore. It all starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning and runs till at least 2 in the afternoon. Maps are available from chamber merchants. You can get those online, by the way. So you can get them at the merchants or online. And the merchants will have some special sales as well in downtown Callaway. Come early, stay all day. The best buys are in Callaway, sponsored by the Callaway Chamber of Commerce. It's going to be a lot of fun for folks over that way. Beautiful Seven Valleys area.
Wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'd like to apologize for my appearance today.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, well, I decided during the summertime, I thought that for Brent, Friday would become T-shirt day.
Ah,
So I'm just going to wear T-shirts on Fridays. Are you okay with that?
you have to talk to Jeremy. He wears a T-shirt all the time.
Okay, well, I didn't figure it would be a problem. So I'm like, okay, to start it, I'm going to wear my KCNI T-shirt. This was one that we had done for the 70th anniversary.
Right.
And I noticed, I happened to look in the mirror when I got here to work, and it's like I think I wore it one day working out in the garage and doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's got like stains on it.
Oh, well.
And I apologize for that. I should be more professional than that. I haven't shaved for over a week.
I've noticed that. But
And I'm just coming in here just kind of looking very unprofessional.
I'm
and
trying
I-
not to say anything.
And I would like to apologize.
I took
You
time to-
deserve better.
Well, I shaved this morning myself just to make sure I looked proper. You know, the rule here when I started, I don't know what other radio stations you worked at had dress codes, but you had to wear a button-down shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you couldn't wear T-shirts.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was in the rules, and then some of us started breaking the rules, and they finally gave up, but that was the rule.
Were you one of those that started to break the rule of the button-down shirt? Which is, if you were, is interesting because Dave is usually always in either a button-down or snap
Yeah.
shirt now.
I think people out there understand who have aged through life that you're more comfortable. There's a time you just want to wear a T-shirt all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get a little older, you like button-down shirts a little more. My dad was never a T-shirt guy. He was always a button-down shirt
Yeah.
guy. And I guess you just see that. I don't know. I just feel more comfortable in a button-down.
Sure.
Plus, as I mentioned, with these snap types, you just, when you get ready to go to bed, you just grab a hold and you're right in bed. You don't have to end up doing
Now,
buttons.
are snap shirts a little bit more difficult to find now?
No.
You find them easy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, Western store again, a lot
Yeah.
of times. There's a shop out in Denver, in downtown Denver, that's all about Western button-down shirts and jackets.
Oh,
Pretty
nice.
cool. But you go to your local Western store and you'll find
Yes.
lots of button-down
Yeah,
shirts.
good point.
And they don't have to be totally Western cut to have button-down.
Yeah.
How did we get on this?
I have no idea. Well, it was me apologizing for my
your,
shirt.
Your appearance.
Yeah, my appearance. Yeah. Again, I apologize.
You're the only
not very professional looking today.
You're the only one that can do something about that.
Yeah.
There's no one else that can take care of that for you.
That's right. I can. But what if I don't want to, Dave? Is that bad?
It's not a good sign.
Okay.
As you might need an attitude adjustment.
Well, I think part of it was yesterday I thought it was Friday.
Well, that
So, I'm like, it's Saturday today.
Today on the Breakfast Show, right around 8:30, we're going to be talking with some folks about the Platte Valley Tailwinds that's coming up next weekend.
Father's Day weekend,
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Big Platte Valley Trailwinds will have airplanes, hot cars, hot air balloons, all down in Cozad. And we'll find out more about that this morning. And we have some prizes to give away in honor of that.
Oh, wow.
Some tickets to get you down there.
Nice.
It's going to be quite an event. They've been working on it for over a year now. And they hope that, Father's Day and everything, people will take a little time and stroll around Cozad and have hot air balloons in the air and planes going by and I don't know what all. We'll find out more detail.
All right. Sounds good.
Yep. Also, the Comstock Windmill Festival continues. It started last night, and it runs tonight and tomorrow night. And let's see here. Last night they had Jay Allen, Chevelle Shepard, and William Michael Morgan. And tonight it's Garth Brooks' daughter, Allie Colleen, also Cooper Allen, and your favorite, Michael
Mitchell Tenpenny.
I'm sorry, the lettering on these pictures for a guy from at my state and life are a little hard to read.
Yeah.
They're blue type on a picture. But anyway, those are some of the folks that will be on tonight. Of course, the grand finale will be Ned Ledoux on Saturday night.
There you go.
And Kanan Smith and Shane Prophet and C.J. Solar will be on the stage on Saturday. That's all happening. You can get one-day tickets when you get there at the gate. So take that in. Let's play the game, shall we?
Okay. Here we go. We're asking questions about famous couples because it's wedding month in June.
Oh,
Kind
on.
of goes with the story that you read earlier
Yes.
in the show.
Let me look at that again. You are a part of a tradition that started in 2300 BC.
All right. Here's your question for today. 2 billion, that's with a B, 2 billion viewers. My family was actually some of them that actually got up to watch this. 2 billion viewers tuned in to witness this celebrity couple's wedding.
Oh, no.
Here's your choices. Some of these are really good. Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey. Prince William and Kate Middleton. Kim Kardashian and Chris Humphries. I chuckle because I don't even know if that marriage lasted a week. And then the other one, Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley. 2 billion viewers tuned in to witness this celebrity couple's wedding. Was it Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey, Prince William and Kate Middleton, Kim Kardashian and Chris Humphries, or Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Aero Aviation, let us take control.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has served the area. Contact Casey for your aerial application today.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
We had a caller on the line and lost the call, so let's do that again, Brent. Give that question one more time, if you would.
Sure. 2 billion viewers tuned in to witness the celebrity couple's wedding. Was it Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey, Prince William and Kate Middleton, Kim Kardashian and Chris Humphries, or Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley? Those are your choices.
Call us at 872-2801. Hopefully we won't lose the call this time around.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith of the Palmer Monument Company. You already know about the advantages of pre-selecting your family memorial. Now there's yet another good reason to come and see us today. For the entire month of June, with a coupon from the newspaper, you'll receive additional savings off our already sale prices. We'll assist you in selecting the stone, the inscription, and the artwork, and we'll save you money too. Come see us during the After Memorial Day sale at the Palmer Monument Company in Broken Bow and Lexington.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing that list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Burning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at burningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get started. Burning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
All right, we've tried 3 times. I've had the calls come in and get disconnected, and that happened again during that last commercial, Brent. So if you don't mind, just answer the question so we don't have to think about it all weekend long.
Okay. 2 billion viewers tuned in to witness this celebrity couple's wedding. Of course, it would be Prince William and Kate Middleton. Here in the States, it took place at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I remember it to this day. My whole family, kids, Shelley and I, we all got up and watched the wedding.
Wow.
Yeah. It was not Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey. I don't know how many viewers tuned in for their wedding, but it was not 2 billion.
Not 2 billion.
No.
Today at the Prairie Pioneer... Man, my apologies. At the Prairie Pioneer Center today, they are enjoying a noon meal of chili cheese hot dogs, mac and cheese, and fruit. Call them at 872-6121, 872-6121. Let them know you're coming by 9 o'clock and enjoy that delicious meal at noon today at the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow. I just can't understand this because, I hate people that are tight. I just...
Oh, boy. I can't wait to hear this. Yeah. People who are tight.
Tight with their revenues.
Tight with their money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want to fork out money on unexpected bills that you think are like scams.
No, that's not what I'm talking about at all.
Oh, no?
No. It's about tipping.
Oh.
To tip or not to tip.
Okay.
Now, the Midwest, quite honestly, is not known for its tipping, such as the East and West Coasts. They just automatically are tipping in those places and have been for many years. It's getting better in the Midwest, but if you probably ask a waiter or waitress how lucrative it is compared to metro places than compared to the Midwest, tipping it's okay here, but it's not like it is in larger places. A lot of it is because I think people in the metro places realize that waiter and waitresses, they live on tips. You know, it's how they really make the living.
Yep.
I don't know. It's changed now, I think, since COVID, because I think the amount of money per hour they're paying those staff members is higher than ever before. Before they'd make about, $3, $4, $5 an hour, and the rest of it would be tips. So the question is to tip or not tip. Now, it gets a little more complicated nowadays because a lot of places are including the tip in the bill.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to check to make sure they already haven't put in the tip on the bill. Otherwise, you could end up tipping twice. Now, that would be upsetting. A new survey finds from Bankrate, Americans are leaving tips, but due to inflation and those situations out there, only 65% say they tip at a sit-down restaurant, while at least likely to tip home services and picking up for takeout. I think people pretty much, like, if somebody brings a pizza to your house, a lot of times you throw a few dollars their way.
It seems only reasonable that you tip them for driving it over to your place.
But only 65% say they tip at sit-down restaurants on average.
What was the percentage?
65%.
Really?
Yeah.
That seems kind of low to me.
Me too.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured it'd be more like 80%.
Well, at least.
About 20% who don't tip, but a little over half do. And you also have to think about when you leave a tip, don't make it an insult. So in other words, don't leave a 50-cent tip or, something like that. If you have the worst service in the world you ever had from a waiter or waitress, and my wife and I did this once in Lawrence, Kansas.
Oh, really?
We are very adamant about tipping because especially our oldest son still works in the food business, but he worked as a waiter for many years through college, through his master's degree and everything. And so we understand how important tipping is to those people. But this gentleman, young man actually, in Lawrence, Kansas, was the worst waiter we had ever had in our lives. He was rude. He didn't seem to care. He was distracted. He didn't get anything right and didn't even care if he didn't get it right. And we did leave a penny tip.
Oh, wow. Okay.
To let him know that we weren't happy.
To make a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that even bothered him.
So not to put you on the spot, but and I'll let our listeners answer this question to themselves. What are things that influences you in the amount that you leave for a tip? I'll get us started.
All right.
Filling up my drink. If you come over and constantly wanting, see the glass empty and you're filling it up, boom, getting a nice tip. To me, that's the biggest thing.
All right. My biggest is the attitude, whether they're friendly.
Okay.
Whether they, one of the things that, I don't like the terms whatever. I don't really even like it when waiters or waitresses say, and I know they don't mean anything by it, but you go, thanks a lot for your service. They go, no problem. I'd really rather than say, you bet, thank you. then no problem is just kind of a personal pet peeve of mine. But I would not tip them for that.
Yeah.
But mostly for me, it's they're friendly, even if they mess things up and
we're all
there's a
human.
mistake or something. As long as they act like they really care and they're friendly, that's number one to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but coming and checking and then coming back and saying, is everything okay? And can I get you some more coffee? That's all important. But like what
and
you said.
we always try to read the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, if it is absolutely packed, and I'll just say, Mr. Crawley and I, one time after a wrestling tournament, we went to a place to eat, and it seemed like there was one gal who was trying to wait on everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, man, she was just working super hard. And it took a little while, for us to get things, but we realized what was going on. You know what I mean?
You bet, yeah.
And we appreciated that because, man, she was working hard. She was like, I swear, it seemed like it was just her trying to take care of the entire restaurant.
It's crazy.
I don't know what the situation was with the staff and help, but yeah, read the room. And if it's super busy, understand that.
And we're at news time, so we'll get back to this later or maybe just finish it up here. Let's just finish it up here. We expect to go out and get good service, but when you're in restaurants, you see waiters and waitresses dealing with people who are difficult to provide good service to, and they have an attitude, and it's like snapping their fingers and being jerks. Well, then you gotta think. If I was that waiter, I'd tell him, take a hike.
Yeah.
But you can't do that in that business. So.
And the nice thing was, with Mr. Crawley and I, the station was picking up the tab, so we left a real big tip.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
End of story there. News is next right here on The Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report. Former President Trump is responding to his indictment in the classified documents case.
I'm an innocent man. We will prove that again.
Mr. Trump posted that statement on his Truth social media platform. CBS's Stephen Portnoy has some details on the indictment.
The sealed 7-count indictment is the culmination of a year-long Justice Department probe into Trump's handling of secret documents. The FBI said it pulled 100 documents with classified markings out of Mar-a-Lago last August, after Trump attorneys said he had no such documents in his possession.
The former president is expected to appear next week in Miami federal court. So what happens between now and then?
A law enforcement source tells CBS News that later today, the U.S. Secret Service and Trump staff will meet to develop a threat assessment and security plan for Tuesday's arraignment in Miami.
CBS's Catherine Herridge. This is the first time a former president has been indicted by a federal grand jury. CBS News Special Report. I'm Linda Kenyon.
In Nebraska news, the St. Paul Police Department is warning its citizens of a scam making the rounds in the area. The department shared on Facebook that on June 8th, several people reported receiving phone calls from someone claiming to be from the Howard County Sheriff's Office. The caller gave specific information on their personal addresses and also called them by name. The scammer claimed the person had missed a court date and that a warrant had been issued for their arrest. Police say the scammer would tell a person to make a payment or be arrested and spend 72 to 96 hours in jail. The number that person was using came from a St. Labori number, which was spoofed. The Howard County Sheriff's Office and the St. Paul Police Department said they will never call and ask for payment over the phone, and they urge people not to fall for these scams and never give out any personal information. If you get a call like this, hang up and call your law enforcement. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final saw the Panthers rally to beat the Golden Knights 3-2 in overtime. Florida's Matthew Tkachuk tied it with 2:13 left in regulation, while teammate Carter Verhaeghe won it 4:27 into sudden death. Florida gets its first ever finals win. They were 0-6. Vegas still leads the series 2-1. Game 4 Saturday in Florida. In baseball games of note, the Rays wrap up a sweep with the Twins 4-2 in a battle of division leaders. Tampa Bay's won 6 in a row and are a Major League best 46-19 on the year. Braves slugged their way past the Mets 13-10 in 10 innings. Atlanta's Orlando Arcia hit a solo homer to tie it in the ninth, and then teammate Ozzie Albies cracked a 3-run homer in the 10th to win it. Mets have lost 6 in a row. Jose Ramirez cracked 3 home runs, drove in 5 in the Guardians' 10-3 win over the Red Sox. Phillies wrap up a sweep with the Tigers with a 3-2 win. Philadelphia's won 5 in a row. Angels wrap up a sweep with the Cubs with a 3-1 win, and the Giants wrap up a sweep with the Rockies with a 6-4 win in Colorado.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Daytime highs approaching 82. Today, under mainly clear skies, winds out of the east, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Mainly clear skies again. Tonight, slight chance for scattered storms, lows level off around 57. Chance for scattered thunderstorms again. Tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 81, mainly sunny skies and calm. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn.
Together, we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office on the north side of the square in Broken Bow or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
70 degrees outside already under a partly sunny sky. Winds are south-southeast, 3 to 5 miles per hour. Barometric pressure steady now at 29.92. Humidity at 70%. Our high yesterday was 89 with an overnight low of 63. In the afternoon, we had that cloud cover move in and a nice little shower, and it dropped the temperatures down into the 70s and left 1800s precipitation here at the KCNI KBBN studios. Nice little jag of rain, so that puts us at an inch 40 for the month of June here at the studios, and hopefully you got at least that much out there yesterday or more. Sunset today at 9:10, sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:05, and that's a look at weather and news on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We were talking just before we broke for news about good waiters and waitresses and tips. And Kristen mentioned that we got a call from Tammy from the Pizza Hut. Now, Tammy, of all people that we know, should know a lot about the restaurant business. She's been in it for a number of years. And she said one of the things, if I gathered from Kristen correctly, one of the things we need to remind ourselves when we're in that situation where it's busy, like you spoke of, or even when it isn't, for that matter, and you order a particular meal and it isn't right, or it takes a long time, there's some sort of delay, we shouldn't take it out on the waiter or waitresses because they are kind of sandwiched between the kitchen and the customer.
Ah, good point.
And they don't have a lot of control as to what's going on in the kitchen, and when they hand their order in, if they have it correct and get it back incorrect, then they have to go tell the customer, you wanted your eggs over easy, and I'm sorry they scrambled them, that sort of thing. So really, just don't be a jerk.
Yeah, there you go.
And appreciate it when you get a waiter or waitress that's friendly and appreciates your business and make sure that you are happy with your service. Even if things don't go exactly right, they're still doing their best. As long as they're doing their best, then give them a tip.
Amen. There you go.
That was a fun subject. No harm done. Not real, I guess a little controversial. One of the things that you mentioned during the break is some people still think, well, they're getting paid. Why do I have to tip them? Well, you don't have to tip them a whole bunch, but just let them know that you appreciate it and leave them a few dollars or whatever, whatever's appropriate. They have kind of a rule of thumb as to what you should leave on what the amount is. But when you take a family out of 5 or 6, you may not be able to tip the appropriate amount, but just leave a nice tip, because maybe your budget's a little tight. They should understand that as well.
There you go.
It's just all about getting along like neighbors.
Yes. Yeah. Like neighbors.
Like neighbors do.
Mm-hmm.
Important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
8:15, you're listening to The Breakfast Show. Later on today, we're going to be telling you more. Actually, we're going to be having a guest on the air to tell us about the Platte Valley Tailwinds. And we're looking forward to that. We're going to be visiting with Allison from Cozad about next weekend's Father Day weekend extravaganza with, airplanes flying around, hot rods driving around, and hot balloons floating around. It's all coming up next weekend. We're going to get all the details on that, and we'll do that around 8:30 this morning, so about 15 minutes away here on The Breakfast Show. Also, there's a nice story on Sandhills Express, and Grant also posted this, of course, on Sandhills about next weekend is Big Sky Jubilee, and they kind of have a double barbecue going on. We've been telling you about it, and I wish Howard Gaffney was here to help us with it. I just really regret that we didn't get him in the door yesterday. Just would have been. I would have been like having a superstar on the air.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy is well known all across the country.
Uh-huh.
But I know he's adamant about promoting this, and we'll do it without you asking, Howard, because this is very important. And I heard Dave Lamb talking about it on the air this morning during Grant's news story about the 4-13 Fire Department Appreciation Event. Of course, April 13th was the date that the fires took place up north of Anselmo, the railroad, and Cooksley fires up there. 64 fire departments responded to the railroad and lightning fires in Blaine and Custer County on April 13th. And I think Dave Lamb explained it really well. If you get a chance, check the story out again at noon today and 5 on KCNI, KBBN. And he just said, you know what, we're going to raise some money, but when you divide it up 64 times, it's just going to be mostly, even though it will help, it will be a thank you to all of those fire departments, including our own here in the area. And they'll get a little bit of a reward financially for it, and they'll put it to work to save lives and to save property, because they're going to have a silent auction, a barbecue, raffle drawings, and a live auction on Saturday, June 17th. And that is the 4-13 Fire Department Appreciation Event during Big Sky, and that will be at the Anselmo Fire Hall. And if you need more information, you can contact Dave Lamb or Jim Scott or Jesse Mason or Bonnie Winters. They're kind of helping all the other volunteers put this all together. Also, tomorrow, there's a fundraiser golf scramble for the Rosie Foundation. This is the first annual Rosie for Saints and Sinners 4-person golf scramble in memory of Nathan Rosentrader. This will be held actually on Sunday, on Sunday, June 11th, here at the Broken Bow Country Club. So not tomorrow, but on Sunday. And the scramble will get underway around 10 a.m., and they may have an opening or two. Now, I saw some communication on this. They were full up with the number of teams, but it was also noted that sometimes you'll get a cancellation or two, depending, on other things going on. So you might check into that. Call Jason at 870-2563 and see if there might be an opening for some teams. And this is going to raise money for a foundation that helps people who are struggling with addiction and help with treatment and the ability to, recover. And Nathan always said, every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And since its creation in September, the foundation has already had the opportunity to send a mother to a treatment facility in Tennessee for 60 days. That's just an example of what they want to do with this foundation. So have some fun and show your support, or call that number and just make a donation to the Rosie Foundation. Again, a golf scramble here at the Broken Bow Club this Sunday. You might give them a call at 870-2563 and see if there's any openings in the scramble itself. Otherwise, just call and make a donation.
There you go.
What do you have over there, Brent?
Some job opportunities. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler cook in Broken Bow. Starting wage at $14 per hour. Really great benefits package included. You would be purchasing food and preparing meals, complying with USDA requirements, be responsible for cleaning the classroom and doing dishes, laundry, etc. If you'd like more information, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 0. Or you can apply online by going to their website, which is simply centralnebraskacap.com.
8:20, as we talk about the Big Sky Jubilee, we do want to also let you know, as I mentioned, a double barbecue, because you have the June 17th Appreciation Barbecue and event, and then also on Friday, June 16th, the Anselmo Pitmaster Challenge takes place. And you can talk to George about this at 402-269-0714. That's 402-269-0714. And some other folks who are helping with this is the Bartok brothers, Mark and Kyle Finney, and Gary Superfoods. And this is a cook-off, and you'll be able to benefit from that on Friday, June 16th. They're going to have a Calcutta, 7 p.m., a lunch and supper with a free will donation, and comedian Austin Anderson will be performing at 7:30 on Friday, June 16th in Anselmo for the Big Sky Jubilee. A little later in the month, June 23rd through June 25th, Festival Family, Fun, and Friends for the Muddy Creek celebration, and they could use some help with that if you have some time to volunteer, but they have a full slate of all sorts of activities: swimming, parades, fishing contest, and live music, and more. And it goes all the way through Sunday morning with the fellowship coffee and church service at 10 and 10:30. Check out their poster and take it all in. They're really looking forward to a night of music on Saturday night, but all sorts of things through those days for the whole family. Good old family fun, old-fashioned fun.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause or contemplating?
I just learned that dramatic pause in radio it's fun to do. I used to avoid it.
Yeah.
Now I think it's an effective tool in radio.
Well, exactly. With the radio business, it's determining, okay, dramatic pause, or is it dead air? You know what I mean?
Yes, and it can be a little of both.
And for Dave, and it seems like, as you get older in this business, the dramatic pause really does fit well.
It really works nice.
It does.
Let's be honest about it.
Yes. We like to Dave and I like to refer to it as a dramatic pause. Is basically we just try to think about, okay, what do we need to do next?
What's the next thing here? The breakfast show over the years has become more busy than ever, which is a wonderful thing. I mean, we used to have a few conversations and a lot of music, and now we do a lot of conversation, a lot of events, a lot of business promotion, and a little music. And I know some people, would like to have more music, and some days we can do that, and some days we can't. Today we're playing oldies, by the way.
All right.
Let's see here. Today is the Pie and Ice Cream Social at the Custer County Museum in Broken Bow. You can enjoy pie with a scoop of ice cream for a free will donation from 5:30 until 7:30, and cowboy poetry and music from Don Shada at 6 p.m. And it's all free or a free will donation. And they use the money they raise here for good things at the museum. So go and have some ice cream this evening at 5:30 to 7:30. Enjoy. Take a look around the museum. They've done some changes, new things there. And then, of course, Don Shada will play some music for you and do some cowboy poetry.
All right. Hey, Dave.
Yeah?
The Nebraska Lottery has a new game out right now. It's a new scratch game, Living Lucky with Luke Combs. Now, you know how scratch games are with the lottery. You buy your ticket, you scratch things off, and then sometimes, you win or sometimes you don't win. Now, that's the cool thing about this particular promotion and this particular game, because they have created the Living Lucky with Luke Combs Second Chance promotion. So let's say you get a ticket, you scratch it off for the Living Lucky with Luke Combs scratch game, and you don't win. Well, don't fear, because if you don't, you can enter non-winning tickets at anylottery.com through August the 1st in the Living Lucky with Luke Combs Second Chance promotion. 2 winners from that will be drawn to win a once-in-a-lifetime VIP trip to see Luke Combs in concert at the historic Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, plus the chance to win $500,000. During the trip, one Nebraska winner will be selected to win $10,000. Both Nebraska winners will be entered then into a drawing with all state winners from across the country for the $500,000 grand prize. Luke Combs himself will award the grand prize on stage at the end of the concert.
Oh, my goodness.
So go to anylottery.com to learn more and get your Nebraska Lottery tickets for the Living Lucky with Luke Combs scratch game.
8:25 is the time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on this Thursday. A lot more information for you to consume today. Hopefully we'll bring it to you so that it will be palatable, that you can consume it. I guess that's from talking about restaurants. It makes me think about food.
Yeah.
And a little bit of music here and there. And in just a little bit, we're going to get a hold of Allison with Cozad's Platte Valley Trail Winds coming up next weekend. So be sure and join us for that.
and essential oil blend. Go check out these amazing products from a husband and wife small business at Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
It's 8:30. You're dialed in to KCNI KBBN Radio in Broken Bow, Nebraska. We love that. Thanks so much. How about a job, a good job with the Nebraska Department of Transportation? They are looking for highway maintenance workers for Ansley and Broken Bow, and they will train and develop you and also provide advancement opportunities. And they offer ample paid time off, a work-life balance, comprehensive benefits package, and they'll also reward their employees for their hard work with friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. Apply online, and it's the only way you can apply is online. It's lowercase statejobs.nebraska.gov, statejobs.nebraska.gov, and the state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
All right. Hey, 'tis the season to go golfing. One of the things that I like the least about where we're located is the fact we're right across the street from the golf course. Now, I like the fact we're across the street from a golf course, but it's way too tempting for yours truly.
It is tough.
I want to leave every afternoon during this time of the year because we are blessed with a beautiful golf course here in Broken Bow, and the Broken Bow Golf Club encourages you to come out and enjoy great times and great competition at the Broken Bow Golf Club. And they want to let you know that coming up tomorrow, this is Saturday tomorrow, if you haven't already, sign up for their two-man 27-hole tournament. The cost is $80 per golfer. It'll be a shotgun start tomorrow at 10 a.m. There's still some time and still some spots available to sign up for the tournament, so they encourage you to do that at the Broken Bow Golf Club and enjoy a wonderful day of golfing tomorrow. Now, next Saturday, the 17th, you can try your hand, and this is a cool idea, try your hand at golfing and bowling. They're going to combine them.
Wow.
This is Saturday the 17th, $100 per golfer, 4-person teams. You will bowl 3 games starting in the morning at 9, and then when you're done bowling, you go to the Broken Bow Golf Club for 9 holes of golf. Awards will follow. That's going to be fun. For these and more events, call the clubhouse to sign up at 308-872-6444.
You do want me, give me the sugar.
Is one more good reason. Palmer Monuments after Memorial Day sale. Go and see Palmer Monument today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off their already reduced prices. Their goal is to assist you in selecting a memorial that best fits your family needs, and they'll save you money too. During the after Memorial Day sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow and Lexington.
Did you just finish your big landscaping project but unable to stand up straight to enjoy it? Team Physical Therapy can help. Call 872-5111. Did you slide into second but unable to make it home due to a sprained ankle or pulled muscle? Call your movement rehabilitation specialist at 872-5111 in Broken Bow or any of our locations in Gothenburg, Burwell, Kearney, Callaway, or check us out on the web at myteampt.com, 872-5111.
I was just thinking about Mary's thoughts there about sliding home and spraining an ankle. Mary, there's different ways you can do that. You can do that sliding home in a baseball or softball game, or you could do that sliding home and just, sliding home to your home. And and turning an ankle.
Yeah.
From maybe a night out on the town or just coming home from work, you could slide in home and turn an ankle.
It's easy to turn an ankle.
And Mary knows how to fix it.
Yes.
All right, we're going to continue with some music here. We're going to get a hold of Allison at Cozad and talk about the big weekend on Father's Day down that way, so stay tuned.
Run, 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 run away. Run, 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 run away.
Del Shannon Runaway on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Well, we've connected with Allison down in Cozad, so let's go to our telephone and find out more about the Platte Valley Tailwinds. Allison, how are you?
Very good.
Good. Good to hear your voice. Thanks for spending time with us today. Well, you're a week out of a very big event that I know everybody down in Cozad and surrounding area has been putting a lot of work into for a year or more. Are you excited?
We're very excited. It's coming quickly.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. A lot of volunteers, a lot of work to make this all happen because you got a lot of things going on.
We got a lot of things going on. We got a jam-packed weekend.
For the folks out there listening, let's kind of give an overview, kind of the theme of all this. I think it all started out, if I understood correctly, one of the main conversations was bringing in some hot air balloons, and then it just exploded from there. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So the entertainment for the weekend is hot air balloons, car show, airplane fly-in, and then we actually just added Great American Kites, which is a kite company out of Missouri. They're going to be bringing in these kites that are tethered together that are anywhere between 60 and 200 feet long. So we've added that to the weekend. But yeah, hot air balloons, cars, airplanes, and kites.
That's a great combination. And does most all of this take place at the airport?
Everything takes place at the airport. And we actually, all the parking will be on site now. We kind of rearranged some things at the airport, and we're going to be able to get everybody to be parking at the airport, the Cozad Airport.
Okay. And for those who don't know, where's the airport located from Cozad?
So the airport is just right on the west side of town, off Highway 30.
Okay, easy to find. Probably see a lot of things going on there that you normally wouldn't see. I guess you'd see planes once in a while, but not all this activity. This all starts a week from today, correct?
Yes.
And the balloon pilots arrive on Friday. A chance to maybe meet them, watch them kind of get prepared and set up. Have you been around hot air balloons before?
I have been to a night glow a couple times in my life. So we're very excited to bring the hot air balloons to do the nighttime balloon glow.
Oh, that's going to be fun. It's an old technology, but it's still fascinating to see those balloons, especially glowing at night. That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. If you'd like, I can go quickly through the event schedule for the weekend.
Would you, please?
Yeah. So we kind of kick off the weekend Friday, 5:30 p.m. at the Cozad Airport. Kind of starts a social hour. We do have a steak dinner Friday night for $25 a ticket. And we have the Band Factory is going to be on site with doing our beer garden, beer and wine and cocktails. The band Sweetwater will be playing, so we'll have live music. And then at dusk, we'll have the balloon glow. We also added our car show guys wanted to do a cruise night through Cozad. So our car show guys, which is open to the public, we're doing a lineup at 6:45 Friday for the car show lineup, and then they're going to do a cruise night and end up back at the airport. Saturday is a full day, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. That is the actual car show. We have retail and craft vendors. We have the Meridian Tap House of Cozad is going to be our liquor vendor for the day, and they've got craft beers, domestic beers, and live music starting at 1 o'clock. We have two bands, a Kyle Kilgore band and the Platinum Pearls are going to lead us into the evening. We have all kinds of kid activities, a water slide, bounce houses, kiddie train, and then ending Saturday evening with a balloon glow at dusk.
All right.
Sunday is our Father's Day Champagne Brunch, which is going to be catered by Studio 6 Bistro of Cozad, and that is from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30. And they also have a kid-friendly menu, and I believe those prices are $16 for seniors, $24 for adults, $12 for kids, and 5 and under eat free. So, so the Great American Kites, they're going to kind of, weather depending, split their time with us between Saturday and also be there Saturday morning. So that's a lot of things.
That is a lot of things, Allison, and all family fun. The whole family can come and enjoy and walk around and take all this in. It's a great event. Father's Day weekend, good time to bring Dad out and just enjoy the day. And of course, I know weather has a lot to do with how all things go, but when you have outside events, it's nerve-wracking for people like you. But we're going to hope for the best for Father's Day weekend, and this is an event that I would imagine something you're hoping that will go on for many years to come.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
All right. For more information, I see there's a website, or actually Gmail. Is that correct?
So to get a hold of us and keep up to date on the schedule or questions, our website is plattevalleytailwinds.com, and also you can follow us on Facebook. And if anybody needed to contact information for questions, the Cozad Airport number is 308-784-3868. But we will be keeping that Facebook up to date, and all of our registration forms for the on-site camping and car registration is also found on our website.
All right. You mentioned in that conversation there, in that the camping, is that available? How does that work?
Yes. Yep. So the tickets for the camping are on our website. That does have to be done through the website just because there's a waiver that's required. But we are allowing tent camping and primitive RV camping. And then as far as like shower services, we do have shuttle services that will be running from the airport down to the Cozad Wellness Center for showers.
Fantastic. My partner Brent has a question.
Allison, just a quick question. What about cost? Is there a cost to just get onto the grounds for the activities, or how is that going to work?
Absolutely. So Friday and Sunday, we're just asking for a free will donation if you happen to come out and enjoy our entertainment. Saturday there is an admission fee. It's $8 for adults, $5 for kids, and 5 and under are free.
Okay.
So very affordable.
Yes, very.
Yeah, that's fantastic. We have some tickets here, general admission tickets that you sent to us. We'll give those away on the air, Allison. I know people will want to get their hands on those, but that's a very reasonable price. And as you mentioned, it's all about these events for the whole family, so you've made it affordable for everybody.
Yes, good.
All right. Anything else that you wanted to highlight that we haven't asked you about or that you've already mentioned?
I guess the only thing I would mention is, feel free to bring out your, your foldable chairs if you'd like. I mean, we're going to have plenty of seating out here, but it is a full day. We have plenty of spaces for shade, and we've opened up our community hangars for those retail and craft vendors, and then we have our other community hangars that are open just for families to go, kind of hang out with the kids and get some shade. So, bring a folding chair, and we hope to, come and go as you please throughout the day, and we hope we see everybody there.
All right. Thanks, Allison. We appreciate it. All starts a week from today. Thanks for taking time to talk to us here on The Breakfast Show this morning.
Thank you. You guys have a great day. Thanks for having me.
You bet. You do the same. It is 8:48. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on a Friday.
There's a lot of uncertainty in ag and business today. One thing you can always count on, though, is Nebraska State Bank, looking for ways to help local ag producers and businesses be successful. Right now, NSB is running an ag and commercial equipment loan special that features a 6.49% fixed interest rate for qualified customers. You heard that right, a 6.49% fixed interest rate. Call one of their local experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Start checking items off your warm weather to-do list with the help of Ansley Lumber and Supply. They have the materials you need. LP Smart Siding, featuring premium diamond coat technology, will protect your home for years to come. To protect from the top, ask about shingles and other roofing options. Need to rework or build a deck? Ansley Lumber has great material options there too. Strong, high-quality materials to keep your home safe and strong for years, all from their friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you along the way. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
10 minutes before the hour of 9 o'clock. With this jag of rain we had yesterday, the lawns are growing quickly, returning to, several inches in a very short period of time.
Yes.
If you would like, I don't know if I can get to it this weekend, but first of next week I could slip over and take care of you.
That's fine. That's fine. No.
Service you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've gotten your bills in the mail. Yeah.
Well, hey, here's an idea for you. Now, I guess it won't work. You can't participate. But in the very near future, we're going to be giving away a fabulous prize, a steel weed eater.
Mm-hmm.
Comes right off the shelf from RT Ace Hardware in Broken Bow. And yours truly is going to mow some lucky person's lawn as a prize. And so they'll get the weed eater and the lawn mowing absolutely free, courtesy of some great businesses.
Well, with what you charge, the money value on this prize giveaway may be one of the biggest money value prize giveaways that we've ever done here at KCNI.
I agree.
KBBN, when you start to think about what you charge.
Well, you pay for what you get.
Oh,
the value is there.
You don't want me to respond to that, do you?
Well, I think you should just hold back, because until you let me sharpen your blades, it's not going to do you a lot of good to mow your lawn because it's bumpy.
Hey, speaking of your knife sharp. Oh, by the way, what was the name of your business again?
I didn't
Dave's
say.
What? Well, you've brought us down that road. Cha-ching. We're going to charge you for a live read anyway. I was talking to my mom and dad yesterday.
Oh yes, hi Mom, hi Dad.
And Dad was talking. Of course, they've kind of been listening to this whole thing in regards to your business.
You mean Dave's Knife Sharpening and Lawn Service?
That's it. Cha-ching. Another live read, 15 seconds.
I'm making money on both ends.
Okay, so there's two there. Yeah, he said that he was, of course, they have knives that they need sharpened. But he was listening and kind of looking into what you charge in regards to, lawn service and knife sharpening. And he came to the conclusion it was a lot cheaper to just go out and buy a new set of knives. So,
well, here's the thing I could offer, and I don't want to certainly offend or try to take excess money from your parents and our mom, but I could be persuaded to drive down to Arkansas. And I would not charge to sharpen the knives when I got there. I would only want, some travel expense.
Really?
Yeah. I could travel down there if they'd pay for some travel, and I'd sharpen their knives so they don't have to buy any new ones. Because after all, Mom and I are tight.
Now, I know you go over, speaking of moms, I know you go over and mow your mom's yard.
Yes.
Please tell me that you have not given your own mother a bill out of nowhere for mowing her yard. Please tell me that she has not received a ridiculous bill like I did.
What do you think? I'm crazy?
I won't answer that.
one of her favorites, as I remember. Also, when I'm playing this music from this era, it reminds me of my sister, Roberta.
Of your sister?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I used to slip into her bedroom when she'd be out with her friends at night and listen to Coma and listen to all the hits that you could enjoy back in the day, but you could only get them at night because you could only get KOMA at nighttime.
Okay.
So she had a radio that worked real good, and they were listening to Coma in the cars when they were spinning around town, and I'd sneak in and listen to her radio and listen to those very songs.
Yeah, nice.
And my sister celebrated her birthday yesterday. I did send her a note, but happy birthday. Well, we always called her Sis, but her name is Roberta, and then she gets called Bert as well. But happy birthday, Bert.
Yeah.
And, thanks for letting me use your radio. I always enjoyed that.
Now, did she know, or is this the first she's finding out about it?
I think it was okay as long as, she didn't want me in there listening to the radio probably when she was in there.
Yeah.
But while she was out with her
She was
friends,
okay with it?
A little older than I was.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, Coma, man, you had to have the AM radio going in your car. As soon as it got good and dark, then you could get Coma. They would turn their power up.
Now, KOMA would have been from
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City, okay.
Yep. And then, of course, here on KCNI, they had the Top 40 show every afternoon, somewhere around 4 o'clock, and they would do 1 hour of some of those same songs.
Nice.
And then on Saturdays, they had it on Saturday mornings, I think. And you waited all week to listen to the Top 40 show on KCNI in the afternoon because that's the only time you could get that kind of music during the daytime.
Yeah.
And at that time, KCNI was doing what they called block programming, and you would get polkas and country and big band and all kinds of different genres in separate programs.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. When I first started working here, that had been changed. Dick Yancey changed it to where we would start out in the mornings with country music, blend our way into middle of the road, MOR, they called it.
Yeah.
And then by late afternoon, we were allowed to play the latest pop rock hits.
Oh,
So
okay.
you got a little bit of everything kind of blended. But before that, Mrs. Crawford, it was the way she learned radio. It was block programming.
So can I just throw this out there?
Throw it.
Next year, we're going to be celebrating KCNI's 75th anniversary, right?
Correct.
On the day of the anniversary, assuming that it's like on a weekday, I don't know when it's going to line up. I don't know what day of the week it's going to line up. For that day, let's go back to block programming.
Well, with the sources we have, we could do that now. Before you'd have to. I guess I actually could go to Dad's basement and pull out a lot of the old programs that ended up in Dad's basement.
Yeah.
That was on vinyl.
Yeah.
Which we could do over on KCNI because we have a turntable.
But we could do a block of polka, big band, country, and then kind of do what they did back in the old day, kind of progress it through the day to where it's some of the oldies rock or something.
Yeah, you could do that. And then they also had like the U.S. Army Country Show, and they had different shows sponsored by, and over the noon hour or over 1 o'clock hour, I can't remember because they still had it when I first started here. Was what was the name of it? It was a show put on through the Catholic Church, and that played every day. I think it was 15 or 30 minutes. Brought to you by the Elks Lodge 1688. As I remember.
Nice.
I think it was, maybe that was two different shows. I don't know. We had a lot of shows that were on vinyl that you queued up and played, and you had to sit there and monitor them. And
yes.
Intro and outro them. The good old days. Yeah, 75 years coming up.
Next year. Unbelievable.
Yeah, crazy. I wonder how old I was when I fell out of the car right here in front of the station.
You fell out of the car?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean you fell out of the car while it was moving?
Yeah.
Seriously?
On a Sunday afternoon, I was on one of those rides with my grandparents, Grandma and Grandpa Yancey, and Mom and Dad were in the car, and it had the suicide door on it. And I was in the back seat, and I must have hit the door, and it swung open, and I ended up just right out there by the tower, I think.
Oh, my goodness. Yikes.
Probably some brain damage, but they didn't do anything about it.
Just said, "Are you okay, Dave?"
That was about,
Yeah?
I think they brushed me off and made sure nothing was
He's
broken.
all right.
So I knew then I was going to work at KCNI. Nebraska Land Hearing Center in Broken Bow is ready to help you hear better, enjoy life more, because Roxanne is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years' experience, and she lives right here in Broken Bow. She's proud to be a part of the community, and she'll provide service after the sale, which is very important. I know there's a lot of hearing aids you can order nowadays. What are you going to do if they don't work? What are you going to do if they don't fit? What are you going to do if one ear doesn't fit quite like the other one? There's all sorts of things that can happen. Did you know your ear sizes are different?
Yes.
Just like your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
If you really separate them, they're not quite the same. Mm-hmm. Same with an ear. So you got to get the right fit in there to be able to, keep out the outside sound when you put your hearing aids in. That's just one of the things that she's an expert at. And she also bonuses you for doing business locally. She has discounts and offers chamber bucks as a bonus as well. And she now accepts the CARE credit cards, which enables you to finance hearing aids over a period of time because, maybe your budget doesn't fit the total price all at once. Lower payments? Ask Roxanne about her CARE credit cards. And she sells the top technology and offers the best service during, before, and after the sale. Call her at 308-384-3852 to make an appointment. She is located in the Chamber of Commerce building on the east side of the square in Broken Bow.
Lots of times during this time of season, we're getting out vehicles or recreational things that maybe we don't have out during the entire year. You want to make sure they are insured properly as we go about the summer. Things like motorcycles, boats, and they can help you with all of that at Universal Insurance Agency in Broken Bow. They can help you make sure that you are properly insured on everything, insured on your equipment, your building values. Want to make sure that they are at the appropriate levels, and they can help you go through and sort through all of that at Universal Insurance Agency in Broken Bow. Give them a call today at 872-6438 or stop by their office located right off Highway 2 in Broken Bow. Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group.
Thank you, Brent. I know you're familiar with this business because you lived in Arnold for a while before they kicked you out of the... No, I guess you moved on your own. Anyway, Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts are ready to serve you Tuesday through Friday and on Saturday as well. And they're open Tuesday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. and Saturdays 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And if you haven't made it in for a while, do so because they change the store up all the time with novelty gifts and decor for everyone. They even have men, women, kids, babies products, and even products for the pets. Spring has arrived in full force now, moving into summer. Still, they have beautiful flowers, trees, rose plants, butterflies, birdhouses, and more for the season. Stop in and see what they have for you, as well as some Western decor, pastels and soft colors for throws and rugs and plant holders, rustic prints and colors, wall hangings, and a variety of different styles of clocks, for heaven's sakes. Stop in soon. And oh, by the way, while you're there, get yourself a good cup of coffee. Specialty coffees are available, both hot and cold. And you can follow them on Facebook to keep up with all their latest happenings at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska. And they are part of the 2023 Nebraska Passport Program. And there's a lot of people from all over the country stopping in, so why not you? Coffee with a friend is always a good idea.
Yes, sir. I would like to apologize.
Why?
Again, I'm doing a lot of apologizing today. But I'm fidgeting. I'm fidgeting because I should try to stay quiet about this, but with the music that you're playing this morning, I'm just getting very nervous.
What's wrong?
Well, I'm very afraid that you're going to bring out that song that you brought out a while back on the show that you played over and over and over, and I didn't like it. I just thought it was a terrible song. And I'm just sitting here. There's a few minutes left to go in the show, and I'm nervous. My blood pressure is sky high. My heart rate is twice what it should be for fear that you're going to pull out this song. And now that I brought it up, I'm very fearful that for sure it's going to happen. And what was it? Tell Laura I love her.
Well, it was kind of like that, much prettier and emotional.
No, it was depressing.
No, it was
a
emotional.
depressing song.
Well, I'll try not to play it, but I can't guarantee
thanks.
it.
All right.
It's such a beautiful.
That has helped.
A story that goes beyond the realm. Beautiful story about love and stock car racing. It's beautiful.
And death.
And death, yeah.
Well, that's depressing.
It's all part of it.
Terrible song.
Everybody thinks they're going to be around forever. Well, that's not the case. All right.
Yes.
Going to get serious for a moment because we want you folks out there to know there is a website for you to look at or for you to have someone else look at that could help you or them if you're suffering some mental stress and maybe even mental health issues. And I think we're finally to the point that we realize that it's just like any other illness. It needs to be treated. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help. And so they've made it fairly easy for us. There's a website at mhpcc.org, both in English and Spanish. And it's not a difficult a website to navigate. It's mostly text there for you to look at and see the different professionals in this area that can help you. That website address, again, is mhpcc.org. And mental illness is it's everywhere in this country and is right here in our hometowns. Untreated mental illness contributes to higher medical expenses, poor performance at school and work, fewer employment opportunities, and increased risk of suicide. And with youth, that's very frightening. So take a look, mhpcc.org.
All right. Dave, I have a press release at this time.
Breaking news.
This is from the desk of Michelle Nelson, president of Broken Bow Rotary. It's right on the
Sounds impressive.
Right on the Rotary stationery. They do want to clarify some things regarding their upcoming Rotary Golf Tournament, which is scheduled for Friday, a week from today, on Friday, June 16th. It says, due to some confusion with the Rotary Golf Tournament, they want to clarify that they are still having the golf tournament. It will be on Friday, June 16th, with registration beginning at 1 o'clock, shotgun start at 1:30 at the Broken Bow Golf Club. Two-person teams, so get your team signed up now. It's just a nice little 9-hole tournament on a Friday afternoon. We have had the honor of participating in it a couple of years in the past, and I can tell you from personal experience, it's laid back and it is just a lot of fun. So we encourage you to support the Rotary. I think that they usually also support the Teammates program with this golf tournament as well. So we encourage you to get involved. Two-person teams. Get your team signed up now by contacting the Broken Bow Rotary or show up at the course at around 1 o'clock. Get registered. Shotgun start for the tournament at 1:30. This is Friday, June 16th at the Broken Bow Golf Club.
Thank you, Brent. This just in from Linda.
Yes.
Thank you for the music today. I could listen to that kind of music all day and every day. Thank you. And good morning to Steve as well. And that tempts me to play.
Just don't play. No, don't do it. Don't play the Laura song. Laura, I love her. Play something, it's Friday. Play something happy.
Hey, the guy had to sell. He had to try to stock car race to buy a diamond ring to get for his lover.
Well, I know, but yeah. Fight the temptation, please.
Well, he should have known anyway. You can't buy love. The Beatles on this oldies day on a Friday, 9/27. And we have a special guest in the studio at this time. Actually, a new employee, Brent.
Yeah, that's great.
Cadence, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent. We put out a call for an intern for the summer. You responded, and we're really happy about it. We already feel like you're fitting in really nicely and already showed that you learn quickly. So welcome.
Thank you. I love to be here. My first day was just great. It was so much fun, and I can't wait to do this all summer.
Oh, man. Like to hear that. We can use a little help around here. A lot of things going on this summer, as I'm sure you've heard discussions about since you've been here. Cadence Feldman, is that correct?
Yep.
All right. And you're out of Litchfield?
Yes.
Go to school in Litchfield, and I understand that you're quite active with your school activities. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so I basically do every sport there is to offer: volleyball, basketball, track, cheer, dance, softball. And then I'm involved with FBLA, TDA, Quiz Bowl. There's a lot.
Well, Brett, you'll probably be calling Cadence's name.
Already have. Yes, I have. Yeah. Now, were you involved in the speech team too?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now you're talking to an old. That was my thing when I was in high school, was speech. So what were some of the categories that you participated in speech?
So my main thing was I did a humorous prose, and then I was also in an OID, and like at one or two meets I did extemporaneous.
Oh boy.
So yeah, it was a lot, but it was so much fun. And
now, do you mind if I ask you a little bit about being in extemp? When back in my day, which was a long time ago, we had to carry. We had this big rack on wheels that was loaded with magazines, and that's how we did our research for our speech for extemp, because we didn't really have the internet and all of that back then. So when you do extemp, for people who aren't familiar, you get a topic, right?
Yep.
And then you have so many minutes right there on the spot to put together a speech.
yes, and it's got to be like over 5 minutes long.
Okay, and how much time are you given to prep
I
and
think
write
you're
your speech?
Given about an hour to prep, write the speech, and perform it, and make sure that it's 5 minutes long. And some people even memorize it, which I have no clue how they do it. I just use a note card. But.
Yeah. Now, so my big question is, as far as preparing the speech and researching it in the time that you have, do you just go? Do they allow you to go to the computer, or how? What do they allow you to do now as far as research for that?
Well, this year they just allowed us to use Google, so that was a big help. But we also have this like software called, I think it was like Extemp Genie or something like that, and it just had like all of these articles, and you just search a topic, and it showed you all these like articles from like real good sources. But yeah, I use mainly Google because they just allowed that, and it was hard work finding stuff, but it was fun.
Yeah, good. Now your humorous prose, back in my day, that was something that you did that usually you had to do different voices in humorous prose. Tell us a little bit about what your selection was, and how many voices did you end up creating and doing in your speech?
So my speech was called The 7 Deadly Sins Committed at a Church Bake Sale.
Okay. Oh, I would love to.
So
we've got to have you present this sometime on the radio. I would love to hear this.
So it started out as this news reporter that was reporting at this bake sale, and then they went around to all these like church ladies, and I gave them all a Southern accent.
There you go.
And they were just saying about how, well, this person, they committed this sin, and this person, they committed this sin. And in the end, everyone ended up committing all 7 deadly sins.
Where did you find the selection?
I just kind of was like searching. We have another like software that just compiles like all these cool speeches, and I actually found it. I don't know what it's called, but I found it there, and I presented it to my speech coaches, and they're like, yes, please do this.
Oh, that's great. Oh, wonderful.
It's great to have you here. I'm heard you having some conversations, of course, with Jeremy, who's been getting you set up here, and then Grant, who you'll be writing with and for in some cases, helping us with the news department, and I think speech and all the different things that you're doing is certainly going to come in handy writing news. It's a little bit different than writing, I don't know, things where you have a little more time to put in because you only have so many minutes to do a news story, so you have to write a little bit differently, but I'm confident you're going to be a big help to us. So talk a little bit about your family. If you got some siblings and so forth.
Yeah, so I have 2 younger siblings. I have a brother and a sister. So my brother's name's Knox, and he's going to be a 7th grader this year. So this summer we've gone to our summer weights, and he's enjoying it, I think. And then I have a younger sister. Her name's Kenna, and she's going to be a 3rd grader. So she's pretty excited because she's going to start little youth sports. Mm-hmm. So she's excited for that. And then my parents are Mitch and Cassie Feldman. We live about a mile or 2 outside of Litchfield. Yeah, we all go to, me and my siblings go to Litchfield Public Schools. We've been going there since I started school. Yeah, and we all do sports, so
yeah.
We have a pretty busy time. And
you also was participating, you told me yesterday, in 4-H as well in summertime.
Yes. My brother, he's more the animal person, so he was always the one with the cows and stuff. I tried it one year, and I was like, this isn't quite for me. But so we do lots of art projects and sewing stuff, while Knox usually does the animals.
Mm-hmm. Well, Litchfield has been noticed for its art in recent years with the instructor you have. That's been fantastic.
Yeah, she's a great art teacher. Allison Vera, she's just great. She shows the way that she teaches. It's great. I didn't have time to take an art class yet in my high school career, I guess. So, but I'm hoping that I can squeeze something in because she does a great job.
Yeah, I hope you can too. She's a great teacher and has received awards, and the kids have received awards, and we've been covering those for a number of years now, and it's fun to see. Well, welcome. Thanks a lot for coming in, and I'm sure they've probably got some work for you to do out there. If not, ask and we'll find something because there's plenty going on. But welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet. We'll take a quick time out with these words on The Breakfast Show.
Have you ever asked a farmer if they talk to their fields?
Promise me you'll grow nice and tall. You got that? No, you were corn in 2013, not 2014. Hope you were thirsty. You think Cheryl's still mad at me?
After all that talking, sometimes it's time to listen. Your field has a voice, and John Deere Operations Center helps you hear it. Unlock every acre's full potential by using both agronomic and economic data. Visit johndeere.com/operations center and unlock your operation.
They run errands and equipment. They bring parts and dinner. They drive the combine and the kids to school. They feed livestock. They fix skinned knees, broken fences. They do the books and lead the 4-H group. They simply make everything better. John Deere celebrates the strength and resilience of the women that make farms run. They make all the difference.
Tommy were lovers. He wanted to give her everything. Flowers, presents, and most of all, a wedding
All right. Thanks for your calls. Appreciate it very much. And we gave 2 tickets away, boom, just like that. The next call, oh, by the way, congratulations to Ms. Fisher. She receives 2 tickets to go to COZAD next weekend.
Wonderful. Be a great weekend.
It will. Then the second call wasn't for the tickets. It was a request.
Oh, song request.
Yes.
Okay.
And
please tell me it wasn't for Tell Laura I Love Her.
That's exactly what
no,
it was. Yeah, I got to play it again.
No way. No way.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Phew.
Actually, this very nice young lady, appreciate your call very much, asked for this one.